Hello everyone and welcome to another Top 5 Records video. And another one in the series in which I'm taking a closer look at the full discography by the Beatles. And I'm experiencing them in chronological order, and what I notice is the chronological order really does something. And I can really advise anyone who's watching to do this as well, to listen to them in chronological order. Because, for example, the album I'm going to talk about today, Revolver, I noticed that not only um, am I starting to appreciate it more, I'm actually really falling in love with the Beatles more than I used to. They start to grow on me in a way that is incredibly beautiful, and I start holding the melodies closer and dearer to my heart. And a couple of weeks ago, I found the first UK mono pressing of this album, and I did a comparison video on that. You can find it in my channel, in which I compare Revolver, the UK mono first, with the Dutch first, with the UK stampers, with the 2014 mono from the mono box, and the 2022 mono remaster. So if you want to find out what's the best sounding version, go ahead to that video. Right now I'm going to be talking about listening to Revolver and how I noticed that not putting this in my top 5 of Beatles albums was a gargantuous mistake. And I really need to update my top 5 Beatles albums because it is just such a wave of beauty. Revolver contains the Beatles on such a high level of songwriting. There are so many incredible melodies. I mean, it starts off with Taxman, which I think is the Beatles almost always open with this clear, nice banger, and they every time again it has the right attitude. They never replicate themselves. It is always a unique banger, and I like Taxman, which is a George Harrison tune. I mean, it has these nice rough edges, and the way it starts doing there's this beautiful high rough guitar sound in there, which is amazing. Then Eleanor Rigby, what is I mean, that's one hell of a song. It is so incredible. I mean, the violins, the orchestral element, the it's it goes to complete places. It is a song which has an ambiguous dark tone in there, but there's also so much beauty in the melody. I mean, when you think about dark music, you never think that dark themes can have uplifting melodies, but that's what the Beatles are doing. That's what Eleanor Rigby is. Beautiful song. After that, I'm Only Sleeping, which is a gorgeous ballad. Um, Love You Too is good. But then you get Here, There, and Everywhere. I mean, sung by McCartney. I believe it was much more of a McCartney song or a combination, but oh man, the Here, There, and Everywhere. I think it's one of the best. This is one of the best songs ever written. It in such a short amount of time, it has so many great melodies. It goes to so many places. It's one of the sincerest ballads I know. It's perhaps it's my favorite love song. Seriously, it's so good. Yellow Submarine. I like Yellow Submarine. I like Yellow Submarine. Should they have made an entire film about it? Well, I might be discussing that in the Yellow Submarine album review. But I like Yellow Submarine, and I think it's at its place here. She said, I like the layers of vocals. She said, I know what it is. There's so many great melodies with so many good harmonizing. Then side to Good Day, Sunshine. But after that, I mean, one of the best harmonies and melodies is And Your Bird Can Sing, but you can't. It's just incredible melody and incredible tune after tune after tune, and it just goes on and on. For No One Is Good. Dr. Robert. I always thought it was a boring song. When I heard it yesterday, bam! I just love it. I want to tell you, got to get you into my life. Such a great song. And Tomorrow Never Knows. I mean, wow, Revolver is one hell of an album. It is just it it's starting to amaze me right now more than it used to, and the qualities of this band are beyond belief. When you listen to it in a chronological order and you hear that there is this constant flow of quality, there just doesn't seem to be an end to what these guys can do when they get in the studio. Wow. Wow. Yeah. I love this record very much. So what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment below and I'll see you in my next Beatles video. And I'm going to talk about Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.